Alright, here we go. PK, what's going on, man?
What's up, man? What's up? What's up?
So let me just start off the video like this. I know you guys can't see the full setup, but let's put it this way. Like, his camera setup and microphone gave birth to this. This is the baby version of what we're using. This is probably gonna be the highest quality podcast I've ever done ever.
Yeah, man. No.
Just so you know.
Anything to help, man. Anything to help the quality, bro.
And so if you haven't seen him already, you are 97PK on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
And you do music videos. That's like your biggest thing.
Yeah. My niche on Instagram is music videos, but I also do commercials. I also do what else, like fashion videos. I also do as well, like cars, automotive, stuff like that. But primarily my Instagram just portrays me more into the music scene.
Do you mind if I ask how old you are?
Yeah. I'm only 22. Just
okay.
22, actually.
I'm 23.
23. Okay. Yeah, you're good, man.
Okay. So like with Indians, we're gonna look old, but this is how I'm gonna look in 50 years.
I mean, no.
I'm just not gonna age.
No. The same thing for Asians too. Like,
Yeah.
I've literally looked like a 12-year-old kid my whole life. Like.
Right. This is how I look since like middle school, and it's gonna be like this forever.
Yeah,
so it's good and bad.
Yeah. No, I believe you, bro. I mean, honestly, I'd rather look young than look old real fast. Cause looking old is like, I'm alright on that. I'm okay on that.
So is this what you do full time? Like, is this your job?
Recently, I think 6 months ago or 7 months ago, I was working back and forth with this. And then I finally decided this year to go full time on it. Even though I was kind of doing it full time.
Man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Even though I low-key was on it full time because I was kind of calling in a lot of sick days at work.
Yeah.
And my boss, who was my cousin, didn't really appreciate that.
Oh, yeah, that's a family business.
Yeah, it's family business. So I know he was really upset with me every single time I call in and be like, hey, I'm kind of out of state right now. Can't get to work. He's like, what do you mean you're on his
Yeah.
I won't be back till tomorrow. He's like, dude, it's harder to put you on the schedule than trying to just not put you on the schedule at all. I'm like, all right, sorry, my bad. So I thought about it hard and I was like, yeah, I might as well because I don't want to, be a burden to someone else. I was like, yeah.
What did you use as your excuse for being sick, or did you just say I was sick? Because this is your cousin, so you don't have to be extravagant.
So sometimes I'll tell you straight up what I said. So sometimes I'll lie and just be like, yo, my car's broken down, or
yes.
because I've had
the old car broken down.
I mean, I've had real car issues before, but I kind of just use old pictures
You did it, okay, I did it, so this is what I used to do, because I recently got a new car,
yeah.
So I can't do this anymore, but with my old car, what I used to do was every time, I'd take a mechanic, right, and I would take pictures of it in the shop,
yeah,
and I would use that for later on.
No, that's smart, that's the best way to do it, in all honesty. That's what I would do.
And the mechanic I go to, my family's been going to him for the longest, right, so it's he knew what I was doing, and I was I'll just move the car up on the ramp so I can take good high quality pictures, and then I would just send it to my boss and be like, look, man, I can't, this is the situation right now, I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Yeah.
And that was going on for a long time. And then my car, one of the windshield wipers, the thing broke or shattered, the glass was broken.
Yeah, just shattered, yeah.
So I took a picture of it, but I didn't tell anybody.
Oh,
I just have reserves.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you never know. You kind of need those just in case, man. You need to get out something that's hold on, I got this picture back from 8 months ago real quick.
I've used that to get out of dates before too, but she caught on fast.
Really?
My girls are smart. She caught on really quick because it was didn't we just go for a ride yesterday? And I'm like, you know what? That's a good point. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, that's a terrible way to do it.
Don't do that because you will get caught.
That's a very bad way to do that.
Right?
I don't think my girl would appreciate that. She would kill me if I tried to do something like that. I wish I could get away with that, but
they're smart, man. I don't know what to tell you. I recently, back to these videos, how did you get into why music videos? Why not any other sort of form of media? I know you do other ones, but what you're known for is the music videos. How do you get into that?
I mean, I only started because so when I was younger, I threw a lot of parties. When I was younger, when I was 13, I was throwing mad house parties when I was younger. My friends are probably watching, going oh shit, yeah, I was there too. But
let's not incriminate anybody.
Yeah, no, not incriminate anybody. But I just made a lot of connections because of me throwing house parties, because I was just friends with a lot of people. And I was super nice growing up in high school. I wasn't really I mean, I guess you consider a popular kid, but I was just super nice to each different groups. I didn't realize over time these different groups of friends would pretty much connect me and put me in different places. I had one that connected me to this one rapper in Detroit here, Cash Kid. He's fairly big. He has that one song on YouTube. It's like 15 million views on My Mama. And,
oh dang, okay.
And they're not like mainstream rappers, more like the Detroit underground hoods.
15 million is pretty.
It's pretty big. It's pretty big.
Pretty big, yeah.
No, it's pretty big, but it's not like they were put up in the mainstream though. They're still underground right now, but it's more the hood side. It's not really like the the mainstream pop type of thing. You know what I mean? So I got into a position where I was doing photography first actually, which is really funny. I did photography because I like doing like sneaker pictures and stuff like that. So like my friends were doing that when I was younger. I was like, I didn't have money, so I was like, man, what can I do? So I remembered I had this cheap little Android phone. I was like, I'm gonna use this to take people's pictures and stuff like that. Like, because I like my friends' sneakers because they were like wearing like the coolest Jordans, or they were wearing like. I had one rich friend who had like the Yeezys, and I was so jealous. I was like, dude, those are the coolest shoes in the world. So like, we always just went out here downtown Detroit, or like we would go to like Royal Oak and stuff like that, just to take pictures of his shoes. And then I finally made some money because I got my first job when I was 16, and I was like, okay, now I can like, now I'm kind of
where was that job?
It was Storytime actually. That's same place that my cousin.
Same place.
But I was working in a different location. I was working in Troy. But back to the whole how I got into it. So, Cashkin and them, they were like his manager hit me up saying, yo, we need someone to do behind the scenes photos. I was like, okay, yeah, that's cool. Why not? And on the set, his manager asked me like, yo, I know you only do photos, but would you want to shoot a video? I'm like at the moment, like it's like it's the only opportunity I had, and like in the 15 seconds of my head, I was like, yeah, let's do it. And like I just said yeah. I didn't think about it. I was just like, yeah, let's just do it. Why not? And it's probably one of my worst videos in the world. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people says like, oh, it's super clean, like just because I knew how to do photography already, so I was like, okay, I know how to make images look good at least. So, but I didn't know how to direct my talent, how to set up my lighting, how to handle the background too as well, and my shot listing as well too.
I still don't know how to do any of this stuff, by the way. So
well, I'm here. Well, at least you can watch this, and I can teach you everything as much as I can.
His videos are way cooler than mine.
They're cool. They're cooler now, not back then. Like 3 years ago, back then when we did this, I didn't even know what I was doing. So I was in the same perspective where you were, but. I pretty much with this interview, I pretty much can tell you everything that I know. Like I don't hide any of the information. The only thing I'll hide is probably my editing skills. That's the only thing. I can't teach you that.
You probably want to, so you can maintain some sort of like, this is my style.
This is my style. Yeah, I can't teach you editing, but how to shoot and how to set up, I'll teach you everything that you need to know how to do that. But yeah, after that day, it was the worst music video I ever shot. I mean, they loved it though. They were like, "Man, this stuff is hard, man. Like, why don't you come back again?"
Was it his first music video?
No. It was my first music video doing like directing and editing by myself. There was another director there. His name's Nino, and I pretty much just studied off of him just off that one day, and I pretty much like learned everything. Like we talked for like probably like 2 minutes, like just said what's up, and he just told me like, if you ever need help or like. Just if you need lights or anything, just let me know. I was like, dang, I don't even know you, man. But like, I feel like
what a nice guy.
Yeah, but I feel like it's more of a video thing, for video creators like us, because like, our community is like, even though our community is big, it's like, we only have each other when it comes to stuff like this, Right. So I've always felt like, I've always wanted to give back to other creators that probably don't know as much as I did at the time. And anytime I see someone new, I'm like, man, like if they want the help, like I'll help by all means. But if you don't want it, it's like, all right, that's fine.
Yeah,
do your thing.
I don't think it's worth it to go out and pursue people to be like, hey, do you need help? I can give this to you. Like, let them come to you.
Yeah. Or like if they're interested in what you do, it's like, yeah, of course. Like I'll help you. Or like you need like, if you need tips on how to set up lighting, you need tips on how to shoot with your camera. Like by all means, like I'll teach that.
I was so like before I got into like videography of any kind, like I was doing stand-up comedy for a while.
Okay.
And one of the ways that I actually had like an opportunity to like start making money off of it. I just recently started making like little bits of cash here and there. Mm-hmm. And kind of what happened, like I had never done more than like 5 minutes on stage before. Mm-hmm. And then like a headliner approached me and he was like, hey, can you do 15? Mm-hmm. In my mind, I was like, I've never done more than 5. 15 minutes on stage, it doesn't sound like a long time. But for someone who's only done 1/3 of that, it's like, no, I have no idea what I'm doing.
It's a big difference, yeah.
But what came out of my mouth was, hell yeah, let's do it. It wasn't maybe, no, I said yes. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't good. I'll tell you that much. It was like not my proudest moment.
But I mean, you felt like you killed it though. Did you feel like you killed it at the moment, or?
I did at the time.
Yeah. That's all. Dude, that's all that matters, man. As long as you progress from that moment, like I feel like, you know, it's better than nothing, honestly.
Yeah, I look back at some of like the previous sets I've done because I record all of them just so I can go back and rewatch them. Like, okay, like, cause like for stand up, where it's like if I like move my eye a certain way, or if I like gesture or something, it makes the joke funnier.
Yeah.
Like it's not just standing in one place with a microphone. Like move your body and like get involved in like the whole material.
Yeah.
That's why I do video aspects. Some people just do audio, but I was like, I don't think it's good enough because people are watching you do your thing.
Yeah.
So that was my difference. And I would look back at the older ones, I'm like, man, I sucked. It's almost embarrassing. I was like, why would anyone pay money to see me?
Yeah.
This was sad. And because like, I mean, I just got so much better because I didn't know anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's what, like, you improve a lot in the beginning because you don't know what you're doing.
Oh no, 100%. No, and like I think that's the beauty of it, because when you first start out, like, you know, you can look back at those moments and go like, man, I can't believe I used to do it like that. Like, wow.
Yeah,
really?
like at a certain point, I was proud of this.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I'm like, man, I could have done that so much better. And it's like, like, do you have any videos that you do like that besides the very first one?
There's like pretty much everything in my first year. Like I watched everything in my first year up to 20 before the beginning of 2018, 2017. Like I look back at all that stuff and I'm like, I really shot this like this. Like I can't believe it, because like so like when I first like bought gear, the only thing I worried about, I never even got tripods, but like got any of this extra stuff. All I thought about was getting a gimbal, and that's it. Like maybe if I get a gimbal, like that'll increase my production and people will pay me more.
Did it?
I didn't no, it didn't. Because like no, because like there's always a stigma of like people going like, if you buy a better gear, it makes you a better videographer, and that is entirely not true whatsoever.
I completely agree.
Because if I knew how to do what I know now, like I honestly wouldn't need half the stuff that I have, because there's a lot of stuff back at the office that's like that just sits
You
on
have a whole
shelf.
storage room.
Yeah, and literally I look at it every single time like, why did I buy this? Like, why would I need this?
Yeah, like, you know who Casey Neistat is?
Yeah, of course,
everyone knows
yeah,
that.
biggest vlogger, big vlogger.
Yeah, of course. Like he released an awesome video that pretty much just said like why gear matters, but it doesn't. Mm-hmm. And he pretty much was like, if the amount of money that you spent on like cameras and equipment made a better video, we would never have a bad movie.
Yep.
Because they spend millions and millions on production and lighting and cameras and directors and producers, and most of the movies out there suck.
Yeah. No, it's true, because people just think that automatically, oh, big budget, it means better quality, but it's not.
That's
true.
not always true, man.
Like some of the biggest YouTubers, like PewDiePie's like the biggest YouTuber right now. The man uses a freaking.
He has like over 50 million.
Over 50 million, and like uses a dinky little camera just to get his face. Like
it's unbelievable.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Insanity. Like, I can't even fathom 50 million of anything is a lot.
Yeah.
But 50 million human beings who are like, yes, I'm gonna watch the next video you upload tomorrow. Like, that's an insane number.
And it's just regular quality. It's not like, you know.
Yeah, right.
It's not like anything crazy.
Like Jesse Wellens from like the Prank vs. Prank, like he released some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
And that's more like cinematography and videography. PewDiePie is just at a desk.
Yeah, literally just at a desk just playing games. Yeah. But that's the thing. It's what your content that matters more than what's in your camera. Like.
Yeah, the story that you're telling is far more valuable.
Storytelling. Yeah. I tell that people every single time, like, that's cool gear, but the story that you're telling with that gear, I hope it reciprocates it better. That's all that matters. Because me learning over time, especially with music videos and especially with doing videos in general, like we just did the biggest one we just did was the Detroit vs. Everybody and Adidas one. Mm-hmm. And
you did that one?
Yeah.
Oh shit, good for you.
Not me by myself, but my whole team. I was just there just to help direct and my camera, of course.
That's awesome.
But we were storyboarding and I was like, okay, I feel like it needs to make sense. We need to link all Detroit together all into one video, and how do we do that within 60 seconds? So that's all you have. And we came up with a great storyline, and then Tommy loved it. He was like, do I love this thing? And then posted the 3 videos for Instagram, and did all those scavenger hunts. And I was just glad that we did it, because I was like, man, like I can't believe it. That was awesome, so that was an awesome opportunity for that.
Do you ever shy from people asking you to do videos for them?
It just depends.
That's a yes.
No, not all the time. And like I've gotten some Okay. So I've gotten some.
Don't filter it. Just say what came to your mind.
So I've gotten some weird requests to replicate some parts of like certain videos. Like, okay, so there's this one dude who wanted to do a clone video
A clone?
He wanted to pretend like he had a fake clone and posted it on Instagram, and I was kind of like, yeah, I don't want to do that. I was like, no.
Okay.
Like, dude, you're the homie, but no, we can't do that. He's like, why not? I'm like, I think it'd be funny. I'm like, I don't think that's funny, dude. I think that's kind of dumb. Like, and you're kind of just wasting my time trying to ask that. I was like, bro, I had to tell him straight. I was like, bro, we can't do that. That's whack. He's like, okay, man. I was just thinking it was funny. I was like, no. But I mean, like, hey, if they're
comedy and tragedy are both sides of the same coin.
Like, I mean, if they pay me, I'm like, I'm not gonna say no. Obviously, the money. I'm gonna be like,
the same way.
Like, hey, you're gonna give me a lot then to do something ridiculous. Like, okay, but like, if it's like something I don't stand for, if it's like something I don't think is funny, I'm like, no, we can't do that, man.
I mean, you're also not gonna do a good enough job at it either.
Yeah.
Like, if it's not something that you support.
Yeah, then I'm not gonna put my whole entire effort into it. So that's just common sense, though, for everybody. It's like, because at the end of the day, it's selective. Like you pick. Everybody's selective like that. You pick what you want to support and go from there.
Have you ever had any instances where like you're going midway and then you're just like, man, this is crap. Like why are we doing this?
Yeah, I have actually for a few music videos.
Because I just had that recently with one of the videos I was doing, and it felt so heartbreaking because like literally like a few days before I was like, okay, this is good. We're on to something. Like let's keep this going, and then just. I'm rewatching what I was editing it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it didn't come out how you.
What was that? Yeah, I was like, what is this? I'm like, what the hell did I just do?
I feel that sometimes for some music videos, it's just there's some songs that I wish I didn't do. I was like, oh man, why did I sign myself?
So your name wasn't on there?
I mean, no, my name's still on there. It's just okay. So I had this one incident where like this client so we went through the whole process, right? Like, what I do for music videos nowadays is like we do a meeting first, go over storyline, make sure we're confirmed on the storyline. It's like, okay, let's connect all the dots together and make sure that we're both okay on this. You know what I mean? Because like at the end of the meeting,
yes.
Yeah, it's like we had this meeting for an hour and a half, and we made sure, or even do a re-meeting just in case, And he was okay with it. He was like, yeah, I like the idea, but when we executed it and we did it, he was just like, could we actually just do something simpler? I don't really like how it came out. And I was just like, bro, what? Like, why? Like, this is how you wanted it. He's like, well, I kind of wanted, so I don't want to spoil too much of it because people are automatically gonna know what video I did.
Yeah,
but
that was the reaction.
Yeah, that was
the artist gave. Was
the reaction he gave. He was like,
did you do it after you filmed everything?
Yeah, it was.
That's perfect.
No, filmed and edited and.
Oh, even better.
And exported out, and he was like, I like some of the scenes, but I feel like we just kind of overcomplicated. I was like, you wanted to overcomplicate it though. Like, what do you mean you didn't want to?
That's the best part. It's like, so we agreed to this.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna
now you're telling me you want something simpler, like when we redid it, because I really wanted to say no, but I was like, I don't want people to, to me, for my image, of course, obviously, for the brand that we do, I was just like, yeah, well, let's just do it. Why not? Because I don't want my clients always come first before me.
You redid it?
Yeah, I redid it. Yeah. I felt
very nice guy, ladies and
very
gentlemen.
nice. No, very nice.
I am not a nice guy. He's a nice guy.
I'm very nice. No, it's just I care about my clients more, and I just wanted to push out product with my name when I was like, okay, let's just do it. So we did it, redid it, and honestly, when we redid it, it was the simplest thing in the world. Like we didn't have to do any complicated shots. We didn't have to get any complicated lights. Like I just came up with my this is before I had any this isn't all my stuff, but when I had all of my stuff, I just had probably 3 or 4. Not 3 or 4 bags, 2 bags, and that's it. When we did the shoot of the original shoot, I probably had my car filled up with 10 bags filled with lights and filled with stands and you know what I mean, all the expensive equipment. But
was it better the second time around?
I mean, yeah, because we finished the set within 2 hours, but then the original.
That's fast.
Yeah.
So I don't know if people realize, but 2 hours for a whole shoot is fast.
Yeah, and the original one took 8 hours. And
that is
but that's within 2 days. So 4 hours in one day and the 4 hours the next day. That's because I was taking my time on that one. But then when I realized when he told me that he wants something simple, I was like, okay, never mind.
I'm not to the point where I don't make videos for other people for one thing like that. I make videos that have me in them.
Yeah,
and it's more eventually what I'm gonna do is just start recording myself on stage for stand up. But those type of videos don't require a lot of editing.
Yeah, a lot of editing.
Right, so that's the big difference between us two. It's my videos aren't really like it doesn't need to be the highest quality and like the highest like stuff going on because it's just me on stage. It's like I'm gonna look the same. Like what you care more about is can you hear the jokes I'm saying and can you see what I like. That's what's more valuable. For a music video, you want to see shit.
Yeah.
Like that the video part of that is far more valuable. But yeah, like when it comes to clients, I've had friends I've done this with, and like we were talking about earlier, they've made me redo it so many times, Jenny. I'm not frustrated about it.
We have a couple of big projects coming up. There's a few big rappers that we're working with so far. The last two videos we did, it was with Hustleberry fan or Nick. We did one for FMBDs. That one hit, I think, it's almost to 1 million right now. It's at 500,000. So
it's unbelievable, dude. Holy crap!
Almost there. And then there's also another one I did with this one rapper, Rokane. It's I think it's at 98. So this is the one I directed. So that's gonna be my 400,000 view video. Thank God, because I did one a while back with Montana 300. And that was like back in 2017.
That's so many views, by the way.
I know, dude. But like, but the problem is that I don't post on my channel. That's the thing. Like, I really want to get into YouTube, but man, I was too busy being a content creator for everybody else. You know, it's like I can't say no to money, but at the same time, it's like I'm trying to get back into. I'm trying to get into YouTube again because I slowly post like my concert stuff, but I haven't been like posting like personally what I've been doing. So I feel like I need to do that recently.
So is that the next like goal after you're done for other people, just to get your stuff up and running?
Yeah, like, well, not entirely, because I don't want to make it entirely about me. I just want to just show people like what I do. Like, I feel like that'd be easier, but it's hard because like, you know what I mean?
You're awesome. Just show it about you. Like,
but I mean, like, it's like when I'm on set though, like I'm not really focused on like, you know, like what I'm doing. It's like
you're focused
I'm focused on trying to organize it. But I feel like if someone filmed me while I was doing it, like maybe it'd be easier. But
oh, I got you.
Yeah, just like more behind the scenes, yeah. Because I do have my other friends that help me out, but at the same time they're doing what I'm doing. Like someone's handling the lighting, someone's handling like positioning our talent, and it's just always all over the place.
Dude, I really hope that you find like what you make, because I would love to watch your YouTube videos. Like if your music videos are as cool as this, I want to see what you upload for your personal channel.
Yeah, I'm trying to, man, trying to.
I think we can end it at that because that was perfect.
Okay.
Thank you so much, dude.
You want to do you want to do one where like shout out my my Instagram and stuff like that? And
go for it. Just go for it right now. Anything you want to shout out, find him. So you can guys find me on Instagram 97_PK, and then you can also find me on YouTube, 97PK, and on Twitter, it's just at 97PK. And that's it. All right, thank you guys for watching. Stay fresh, stay golden.
Cool.
And that's it.
All right. Cool, man. But let me teach you how to use that cannon.
Yeah.